What is going on? I am JoezMcfly. That is Chris McFly, and we are PinstripeStrong Podcast, where we talk about the Yankees and the stuff that doesn't happen and the stuff that does happen. On this pod, we will be talking about a couple of things. You know, Derek Jeter's on the cover. A lot of MLB The Show fans have been waiting for that. Also...
Oh, that's okay. It's the show.
Yes. You said it's okay. Jesus.
My bad.
Because you got basketball in your mind because of LeBron James. Congrats to LeBron James getting the scoring record. And also, we're going to go ahead and
talk about Cashman and
talk about some weird stuff that Cashman said, because weird stuff is always said in the organization nowadays. Don't know what's going on. I want to talk about realignment too. Jim Bowden brought that up. I would like to talk about that. I think we spoke about that on this podcast before. And we'll talk about the non-roster invitees that were brought. They're going to be brought on to spring training. Talked about it a little bit on Talking Yanks. But we'll talk about our top 3 people that we are most excited for come this spring training.
And sleepers.
Yes. And, well, all right. We'll talk about that on the PinstripeStrong Podcast.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So weird without the music.
Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it?
Without the music.
Okay. We're live on AMP right now. So shout out to the people on AMP. We are at the John Boy Media Studios. Chris, how you doing? Been a little while.
It's been a minute.
Last year we weren't able to record. Last week.
Yeah. We weren't able to. I was actually coming into this week. I was a little under the weather. I started feeling bad. My throat was sore. I was coughing a lot. I felt like shit. But Joe, he, a few months ago, he told me the combination of Dayquil and NyQuil will knock anything out.
Too much of anything is bad.
Right.
But I always I go in like a full prevent, defense. And whenever I feel myself getting a little sick, we were just playing Harry Potter. And it's the funniest thing because we get to make fun of the little lords that are in the show.
All the little lords.
All the little lords that are in the show. We get to make fun of them.
we love Harry Potter.
Yes.
But yeah, so the combination. See, because I'm afraid to take that on an empty stomach, and I'm afraid to take that like too many doses of it. But one is enough with Dayquil and NyQuil, some tea, and Chris McFly is feeling a lot better, obviously. But and I'm here, and we're here, and we're gonna get this podcast thing going. How about you, Joe? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Got a lot of stuff coming up. Going to Super Bowl coming this Sunday.
You went to a hockey game too.
I went to the Rangers game. A lot of people kept telling me, it's the best Ranger game of the year. We've seen 3 fights. We've seen the Rangers win in overtime, a great game. One that they were leading, then they gave up the lead, then they were trailing, and then they came back and tied it, won in overtime. That was great. But
beautiful.
To me, that's kind of like what the normal Ranger game is, because that's all I've been to. So people were like, no, Joe, it's not like that. I'm like, listen,
3 fights
I've been to enough games now, Ranger games, to say every game is kind of like that. So that's kind of where it is. Super Bowl this weekend. I'm leaving on Saturday, 6 a.m. flight, coming back on Monday, and then I leave to St. Lucia on Thursday for Jake's wedding.
Yes.
That'll be 5 days of bliss. I need a vacation.
Passport Joe's.
Yeah. After that, Chris, I am ready because I'll be fully refreshed.
World Baseball Classic.
Well, yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm fully ready baseball because World Baseball Classic, spring training, Yankees, pitchers, catchers, relations.
What?
Nothing. All right.
This is the best time to do anything else outside of baseball, whatever it is, spring training or whatever. Right now is the best time because once spring training starts, once the World Baseball Classic starts.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing around
full
with that.
baseball mode for the next 6-7 months.
Agree.
Some news right now, even though it's not.
But we'll talk about a couple of things that have happened. Number one.
No, this is the Lakers, Jazz, and Timberwolves are in a discussion on a 3-team deal that will send D'Angelo Russell to the Lakers.
What's up with people trading back the same people that they traded away? All right, whatever.
Hey, listen. I don't know. It was like, what happened? Why they keep circling back?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we do have some stuff. And Joe didn't want to mention it, but I'm gonna say it. Carlos Beltran is out of here.
As a player,
you know, you gotta understand.
As a player,
when is your time? And right now, this is time. There was somebody.
Where'd he go? You went to
Mets front office.
The Mets.
I think.
Okay.
So somebody played a clip, something about him saying like, yeah, you know, because if you're gonna heat the ball, you need your eyes. Because I think Gleyber had issues with his eyes. He's like, yeah, of course. Thank you for your analysis, Carlos Beltran. Thank you, my guy.
He said if you're gonna hit the ball, you need your eyes.
You need your eyes. You know what I mean? When you gotta hit the ball. Because when you're a heater. Now, and congratulations. I mean, Derek Jeter's been everywhere, B. Like he's been outside.
He's Derek Jeter, number one, and not only that, but he will be on the cover of MLB The Show 23. I did already order the Captain's Edition with the metal box and all that stuff, the collector's one. So I should be coming into the office. I think it's March 28th. I think get a extra.
He was quick with it.
Yeah, real quick. The pre-sales were available. We're going to be giving out one of those on the
oh shit.
One of those and a digital copy.
Mm.
On JM Gaming YouTube. So we'll probably be doing something like that. We'll do a giveaway for that.
Be on the lookout for that, guys.
So be on the lookout for that. More details to come, as we're going to be doing a lot of MLB The Show content for JM Gaming in the office. We've already kind of established that, at least Jake and I. So we're going to go from there. The other thing.
His golden thong.
I don't want to talk about that.
That was hilarious.
Jeter wore a golden thong. He said, "Oh, I put it over my pants." No,
he
you put a golden thong on.
No, because you can't really share that. Like,
Well,
you can't share thongs like that. No, meaning like to like full ass crack. Like you can't do that. You got to put it over something.
I mean, just straight cheek to cheek.
Yeah, you can't do cheek to cheek.
All right, well, listen, he did that. I don't know. It's his business.
But he hit a home run. Hit a home run.
Well, that's good. And the what was the other thing that we had? Cashman, right?
Yeah, we could get into Cashman. So some things that he said.
All right, so Brian Cashman comes out. He, I don't know. I know these are called like tough quotes to me because it's like. I get that the Yankee front office kind of looks at a season a little different, but the fans, being Yankee fans, they look at seasons as failures or successes based on the World Series. Is it fair? No, but it's kind of like what you sold us.
See, this is what
you can't say one thing and then it's another. You're obviously your whole brand, the whole Yankee brand is selling excellence. It's championships. It's the
most winningest team,
the most winningest franchise. Right. All of this stuff, pride, power, pinstripes, all of this stuff. The history, you saw so much of the history, and when you haven't won since 2009, for you to come out and say, what do you say, Chris?
So you want me to read the whole thing? Well, not the whole thing, but just certain points, right?
You're right.
So this says Cashman continued his explanation of the toughness of New York and the heightened expectation that comes along with being one of the faces of the Yankees, and recognizes that the team will only be measured by championships, whether it's fair or not. So he goes on and say, I'm like, well, to be quite honest, because he was talking about Omar. Him and Omar Minaya was having a conversation. He said the truth was, in the end, we were 4 games short of a World Series appearance, but it felt like the way our fan base reacted and the press that we got knocked out in the first round. So you can't really remember sometimes reality versus the perception. And the perception was we didn't do well. The reality was we had a hell of another run at it, but fell short.
You got swept!
B?
You basically were like the first round.
Bro, not even Cleveland, right? That's what we faced. Was it Cleveland? Yeah, Cleveland. Bro, it took us 5 games to beat them.
Not only that, and it's fine. I don't care about the 5 games.
But I get it. But it wasn't like a,
But, hey, okay? Listen, You got swept, B.
You got swept.
It's like, I forgot. I actually had forgotten.
Yeah, you did.
And somebody had told me, I thought we lost in 5 games. And somebody was like, nah, the Yankees.
You got swept.
And then I remembered. And I was like,
Are
you telling me that we would have had the same amount of wins if we would have lost to the Guardians? And like, the same amount of wins in the ALCS?
Bro, they kicked our ass. Like, the offense was out of here. The defense was all over the place. The only one that was really going at it was Rizzo and Bader.
But man, at least the roof was open.
It was the roof. It's like, hey man, how come Bregman hit the home run the same place as Judge and the ball just died, baby?
The roof is off.
See, my whole thing is, bro, you've been here. You've been in the organization for over 20 years. You know what that's about. You know, with Jeter and Bernie, the core 5 or, the core 4 or whatever. You know what that was about. You know what the boss was about. So now you're going to act surprised, especially a team that hasn't been to the World Series since.
We had a hell of a run.
Since 2009, we haven't been back to the World Series.
It's the same team that keeps beating you, Pop.
I don't know, man.
If you made it to the World Series and lost, you know what? That's a hell of a run. You know what?
That's a hell of a run.
You finally beat the Astros. When you keep losing, and listen, every time you lose to the Astros, it gets worse.
Yeah.
Okay? The first 2017, you took them to 7 games. 2019, it was 6. Right?
6 games.
Right? It was like 6 games.
It was 6 games. And
then now you face them. When did the Yankees face them again? Did they face them in 21? No, that was the Red Sox.
Yeah, the Red Sox.
Red Sox at
kicked our ass.
Yes, Fenway, the wild card. And then 22, we got swept. So there's a progression against the Astros that's going backwards. So let's not talk about like it's it's a hell of a run here.
My man said hell of a run.
It's a whale of a run
in the ALCS.
So obviously Omar Minaya lost the argument because Minaya must have been telling him like, you got swept. He's like, yeah, but I think it's a hell of a run. He's like, no, you know what? The conversation started with 3 people. And the first one was Brian Sabian, who was talking. He's like, listen, the result is you guys lost. I'm saying you guys because I wasn't a part of that. Mm-hmm. You guys lost. You got swept. He basically said the same argument I did.
Verbatim.
Minaya was like, yeah, well, little things could have broken here and there. But you know what? You did get swept. Cashman's like, but we went on a hell of a run.
He keeps seeing the word, too, like the words. Hell of a run.
We kind of went on a hell of a run. And then they're like, and then after talking for a little bit, I felt like the other Brian was like, you know what? I'm out. Like, he didn't agree, but he, like, made Brian feel like he agreed. He said, we all agreed. No. They just gave up on arguing with you.
He picked up the famed phone call like, oh, I got a call.
He said, oh, my bad.
He said, I got a call. I got to go.
But you could tell, like, the phone actually turned on, and it was just, like, the blank screen. And not the blank screen, but it showed, like, the apps and shit. Like, there's no phone call.
Yeah.
So you're seeing that there.
Right.
So, whatever, man. Sucks that, hopefully we got it. But the team does look, I was on Talking Yanks, and it felt like the team looks incomplete. You're looking at what
part of the team?
This is what I think. Like, you look at the non-roster invitees, right? And yeah, they could invite more people. The Yankees need another pitcher. Like, because of what happened to
So, Montas, Frankie Montas.
Yes.
There's talks that he might need surgery. Not concrete. Nothing has come out yet. But they're giving him like, some time to heal. He's not going to start the season. I don't think so. So we'll probably see him in late April, early May. But they really like Herman, man. They mentioned Herman.
All right. And by the way, congrats to Herman, they just had another baby.
Oh.
So congrats to them.
All right.
But the Herman Schmidt,
that crop.
like, and then maybe Heel when he comes back. Like, what are we doing there? Like, what are we gonna do there? Now we have a solid 4, so then that's good. And the Yankees told Luis Severino no to the World Baseball Classic because they just didn't want to get him hurt, and that's understandable.
There was a divide. Some people didn't get it. Some people were like taken aback. Some people were pissed about it.
I understand.
I get it.
I think Sevy gets it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to him. He gets it. He's like, well, I mean, the Yankees kind of signed the checks.
Exactly.
So
no, and the thing is, he hasn't pitched a full season yet.
Right. So we gotta that's fine. Maybe next time around he'll be able to participate, and that would be cool. I'm supposed to play MLB The Show with him actually pretty soon, so I'll let you guys know about that.
Nice conversation.
Whether we go live or whatever it is, and we'll go through there.
Beautiful. And so we're talking about the non-roster invitees. And
yes.
everything.
So if you look on there's no real starting pitcher on that, at least somebody to compete, like a
Ryan Weber,
like a Viejito or some shit, I could come in and maybe eat up innings. No, there isn't any of that really.
Ryan Weber.
So he's a reliever.
Yeah, but he started.
Chris. Chris. I like Weber though, but I like him out of the pen.
But nobody that stands out oh yeah, that guy could definitely give Herman or Schmidt a run for their money. There's nobody like that.
Right. So I want to see what's up with that, but I wanted to know, Chris, who are your top 3? Who are your top 3 Yankees that you are most excited for coming spring training?
The obvious. Well, the 3
most excited to see.
Volpe
number 1.
Dominguez.
Okay.
Chaparro.
Chaparro.
I've been hearing a lot about Chaparro with Eli Fishman for sure. That's one guy that I'm like, okay, I want to see what he's about.
I have to talk into the mic, Chris, or put the mic down, right.
My bad, guys. So yeah, Andre Chaparro is one guy that I want to I'm very excited to see. I've been hearing a lot about him.
Okay.
And what we doing? It's not sleepers, but the sneaky pick, I guess. I just sent a video in the Yankee chat, PinstripeStrong chat. Elijah Dunham,
yeah,
in left field, actually making a dope play.
Okay,
I think he could be a guy that could step up and actually be like, you know what, we actually don't need to make a trade because we got him right here, Elijah Dunham. So be on the lookout, and I'll retweet again the video that Pinstripe Strong that we posted of that play, because he's super dope. He's super dope. Who you got?
The good thing about World Baseball Classic years is that they allow you chances to look at players that you probably wouldn't be seeing during spring. So while, for example, Kyle Higashioka is not going to be there, you're probably going to see some Austin Wells, a catcher, a lot, which is good. And that's going to be good for him. And we got some Anthony Siegler there, some Josh Bro, so like to see some of that. But the person I'm most excited for, and then these are the people that, on the full roster that I'm most excited to see. Number 1 is Volpe, because I just want to see what he's going to do. Number 2 is Peraza, because I want to see him and Volpe competing. I think that's great for the franchise, and that's actually really good for the team. Number 3 is actually Cabrera. I feel like a lot of people have been with Cabrera, I feel like a lot of people have not, I don't want to say disrespected is not the word. I just think overlooked is the word. Yankees need a left fielder. Yankees didn't, he played pretty well, and it's his first season. He's learning a new position. I think I want to see him in spring training now where he feels, confidence. I played at the big league level. I played in the playoff games with this team. I've been through good games. I felt the crowd, and now you're back into spring training. You're trying to get work in, and you're trying to, if anything, prove again, hey, you guys are saying, a lot of people are saying Hicks, this is Hicks' job. I think this could be my job, and I think he should look at it that way. Injuries happen, of course, but I think that those are the top 3 people that I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
Coming into spring training, with the third person just outside that I'm excited for, just because we just got him, is looking at Carlos Rodon pitch. I mean, I want to see that.
Yeah.
From
Austin
the Yankee perspective. Well, I mentioned Wells, but
yeah, Austin Wells as well.
Those 3.
Yeah, definitely. I think Cabrera is most valuable when he's all over the diamond too.
That too, but then there's questions on like, all right, so what are you gonna do now? DJ's back, right?
Right.
So he was able to play a lot of different infield positions because DJ was kind of like on the shelf a little bit because of what was going on with him. But are we then putting DJ at third exclusively? DJ's probably better when you're like, I mean, you want to maybe rest him against, rest Rizzo against a tough lefty, right?
That might be the plan because maybe Donaldson has a short leash.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So then the person moving around in the infield is who? Unless you trade Gleyber, which there could still be like a springtime trade, but unless you trade Gleyber, it's kind of like that musical chairs, that infield musical chairs is going to be the group of, I know we're saying IKF. IKF, Rizzo, Donaldson, DJ, Gleyber, right? We're rotating for those 4 spots. And, you might be able to have somebody as a backup shortstop that could be either, Cabrera or Peraza, one of those 2. I personally want one of the 2 kids to win the shortstop job. I want Peraza or I want Volpe to win the job. That's what I want. That's what I truly want, Chris.
Peraza's going to win. I think it's Peraza's job to lose.
Job to lose?
Job to lose. I don't think they like IK. They picked up his option, but I don't think
they love IKF.
But I don't think he's gonna start again. If he's out there like opening days, like starting shortstop, they're gonna boo.
I don't know.
The fans are gonna boo.
I don't think that they're gonna boo him.
They're gonna boo.
What did they boo him?
First error, like.
No.
But yeah, no. But I feel like the Yankees front office understand that it has to be Peraza. Maybe not his job to lose, but they're hoping for Peraza to be like, yo, I got this.
They believe in IKF's defense. They really do. So let's see. Maybe IKF will make some changes to his swing, and then he'll want to hit. I don't know. I just can't. I try to sell myself. There's no disrespect to IKF, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's time for one of these 2 kids to like take that job.
But this is the thing with the Yankees. They like to like sell us on shit. Like, the whole thing was that he was a backup shortstop or the stopgap shortstop.
Right.
And now all of a sudden it's like, whoa, making all these excuses for the man. It's like, yo, bro, the reason you got him is to be a stopgap shortstop because you know that you have the kids that are going to take over in the next year or 2.
Let's see. Maybe, again.
Stop lying to us.
I only say it just because they have him as like the favorite, just because he's been there before. Other 2 kids are probably just going to be people that, Volpe, they really want the Yankees. The Yankees, I think, would want them to wow. But I think that the Yankees would have to be super blown away by Volpe to just break camp with him. Like they don't really do that. So as much as I would love to see it, I don't think that it's happening.
It's probably not going to happen until like after the All-Star break.
Yeah. After the
they want to see what he could do, even though he was killing it towards the end of the AAA season, but he needs more seasoning down there.
Yeah, maybe not. And Jason Dominguez, right?
I think he's gonna wow a lot of people.
I know that I didn't put him in my top 3 most excited people to watch, but because there's gonna be World Baseball Classic stuff, and I don't know who's opening up opportunities, but there's a reason he got invited. So I want to see what he does.
I think he's gonna.
I don't know if he'll kill.
Maybe not kill, but he's gonna impress.
But I want to see like his tools be on display. I would love if he like kills it in AAA or AA, AAA, kills it. I would love for the Yankees to just be like, all right, you know what? Just come up. Like that'll be cool. And I'm talking about, that's not breaking camp with. I'm just talking about like middle of the season. Like, that would be cool if that were to happen. And then that's it for that, man. But the February schedule is funny because before you know it, once Super Bowl happens and then there's Valentine's Day, we got baseball. We got pitchers and catchers reporting. We got the balls hitting mitts. We got bats hitting balls. We got outfielders shagging. We got infielders fielding. We got PFPs.
You hear that? The clap.
Hey.
You hear the clap. But Boone actually tweeted out. He was like, yeah, man, on our way to Florida.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So it's time, man. It's time. Love it. It was super duper freaking cold last week.
Yeah.
And now the weather's getting nicer.
I hope so.
Now the weather's getting nicer as we go. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time. But unfortunately, the Yankees still have some questions. But I think they'll answer it by
hopefully
spring training.
That would be nice. That would be nice if they were to be answered. I guess the last thing that I wanted to like really kind of talk about is just like Jim Bowden came out with an article that MLB would like to expand to 2 more teams. We talked about this before on the podcast, and then but the interesting thing was that he kind of laid out some divisions, and he talked about how they would look, and he was saying, if you want to talk about the Yankee division, he was talking about realignment and that this is, basically the longest that it's been, that we haven't realigned and that the divisions have remained the same. So
I got it right here. The divisions.
Oh, you had the divisions?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. I know that the East division, which is the one that the Yankees would be in, it would be the Yankees, Phillies, Mets, Red Sox. That's a freaking gauntlet.
Talk about that would. So the North will be Reds, Guardians, Tigers, Blue Jays.
Which one? What is it?
The North, Reds, Guardians, Tigers, Blue Jays. The Mid-Atlantic.
I like that division is like so easy for the Blue Jays to win.
Yeah.
Tigers,
Tigers, Guardians, Reds. Mid-Atlantic, Orioles, Pirates, Nationals, and an expansion team, Charlotte.
Okay.
And then Southeast is Braves, Marlins, Nashville, which is another expansion team, Rays. Braves, Marlins, Rays, Nashville. Southeast.
So the Marlins are there?
So Braves, Marlins, Nashville.
Oh, Braves, Marlins, okay.
Rays in the Southeast. And then in the Midwest is Cubs, White Sox, Brewers, Twins.
Cubs, White Sox,
Brewers, Twins.
Brewers, Twins.
That's kind of tough.
There would be like a lot of rivalry stuff because a lot of these teams are kind of all around each other, so their fans could easily travel to those stadiums.
I think that's another point, in terms of travel. It will make it a lot easier and stuff like that. Southwest is Astros, Royals, Cardinals, Rangers.
Astros, Royals,
Cardinals, Rangers. Southwest. Scippacific Coast.
Where did we see that? I'm looking for that link. I can't find that link.
It's on, the screenshot is from The Athletic on IG, Jim Bowden.
I know, but that's what I was looking at.
Yeah. Pacific Coast, Rockies, Athletics, or Oakland, Mariners, Giants. Rockies, Oakland, Mariners, Giants. And then the West is Diamondbacks, Angels, Dodgers, Padres.
Okay.
I mean,
what's the most intriguing what's the toughest division there?
The toughest obviously is the East. I mean, with the Red Sox now, I don't know, but maybe things could change.
Yeah, but those are all big spending teams.
Right, they are big spending, even though the Red Sox been spending a little weird in the trades.
But they all spend like,
but they could do it
more than $150.
Right,
all of them.
Right. Phillies, I mean, they were just in the World Series. The Yankees, of course, the Mets. That's one of the toughest, in my opinion. The East is always going to be tough, no matter what. I guess second, maybe the West. Diamondbacks, no. I thought Houston was there. Who'll be like second toughest?
You said you put it on IG?
No. The screenshot is from The Athletic, the Instagram account from The Athletic. Okay, I got the screenshot in the chat.
Weren't you in the chat?
In the baseball chat. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah.
I bet. I'll send it to you.
All right. Yeah, because in honesty, I mean, I would like to see the divisions realign just because it kind of like it would be cool to see like those, seeing it different. And Yankees Mets would be the biggest rivalry in like sports. I think so. I think that'll probably end up be like there's Yankees Red Sox, that'll be cool, but Yankees Mets would be like crazy. Like freaking crazy.
Yeah, especially now with the pitching and everything. They got Justin Verlander, the offense and all that. I think it will definitely go. Mm-hmm. It will be definitely exciting. I don't know, man. I gotta see, especially with the two expansion teams. I gotta see how that works out. But personally, I like it because of the travel. You get to see, some of the teams that are in the same.
Well, the fans can be able to travel to each other's things, so you'll probably have more crossover fans.
More crossover.
A lot more.
Different rivalries as well. That makes sense, But I like this. I like this.
I'm
looking at. I'm trying to.
I'm trying to see like another division. It almost feels like to the Yankees like it's almost not fair. Because I'm looking at some of these other divisions. Yeah. They're actually pretty solid.
There are. I mean, the Giants, Mariners, Oakland, Rockies. Oakland, I mean, I don't know what happens with Oakland. They traded everybody. The Angels, I don't know what's up with them. Shohei's last year. So, but overall, it looked balanced. You know what I mean?
What other division would be like a crazy good division? Like, first of all, the Mid-Atlantic division is a shit show. I don't know because it's the Orioles, Charlotte, God knows what that would be, the Pirates, and the Nationals.
Where are they gonna get those players from?
Oh no! Well, when they do an expansion team, they do an expansion draft.
Okay, gotcha.
So that means that they get to take players from other people's teams.
Like, let me get Judge real quick.
No. You get to protect. You get to protect up to a certain amount of players. It's kind of like a little fucked up because you're like, there's some people that you don't want to lose,
That's
and then
it's like, let me get Gleyber Torres. Let me get this guy. That shit is crazy, but.
The Braves, Marlins, Nashville.
You know one that could be good? Southwest.
Southwest?
Astros, Royals, Cardinals, Rangers. It could be good.
It could be good if the Rangers are good. And if they end up being good.
Yeah, it could be good. I think
that would be like a good.
Like
it
Cardinals
could be
versus the
division.
Astros, that could be a good rivalry right there.
The West has a potential if
the Angels.
If the Angels or Diamondbacks are good.
Diamondbacks just traded Dalton. They traded.
I was actually looking at the Southeast. The Rays, they're always going to like finagle ways. I think so.
But Nashville, you don't know what Nashville is going to be. Tennessee.
You just don't know. But, I mean, that's kind of like a baseball town.
Yeah.
And then there's the Braves. They're good.
But the Marlins?
Well, the Marlins are on the come. I'm just trying to look at stuff right now. Like this looks interesting, but it's like kind of like I don't know.
It's interesting. I think we will have a better gauge to see how the schedule will play out.
Well, the way that the schedule plays is that it's still a balanced schedule. Like you still face everybody. You face people in your division a little bit more, but you still face everybody.
20 something times, like 20.
Well, no, not anymore. See, this year they already changed it. Right. Because they're not going to be doing that. It's a balanced schedule now. So you You're going to see the Yankees this year face every single team.
That's dope.
At least once.
Starting with the Giants.
So you're going to see like every single team will be faced. So Yankees Mets will be a crazy. Like, first of all, Yankees Mets, Phillies, Red Sox are fan bases that love to hate people.
And each other.
Yankees, like they all will hate each other so much. Yankee fans will go to Philly to fight. Philly fans will go to freaking Fenway to fight. The Red Sox fans will go to Citi Field to fight because they think that they're Yankee fans, and then it'll just cross fight.
It's very violent.
That's the most violent division
a very
that
violent
there is.
division. Very violent.
Who's the nicest division here? Like they're. I mean the Midwest. The Midwest.
The Midwest. I was like,
I mean, first of all, the Twins care about everybody, especially the Yankees. The Brewers. I mean, come on, they're giving each other cheese. Then there's the White Sox and the Cubs. Like everybody is like
friendly.
Well, I mean, there's still Chicago, so it's still
no. But I mean, St. Louis ain't there, so it's like it's still Chicago, yes.
Yes, but so there'll be like that rivalry, that inner Chicago. But then they're like going out for drinks after the game. Like, you like how this guy did this? It's like
deep dish pizza.
Yeah, Wilson Contreras, huh? Giolito. You like him?
Bears.
I mean, it's the same people taking the same buses to the game.
Same thing. The same thing. No, don't worry, man. I got you.
It's windy here.
The Chicago jokes.
Chicagoans.
That's what you say?
I don't know.
Shy.
What?
I don't know what I was
Shy Higgins.
Shy Higgins.
Okay.
All right, man. Yeah.
What's up?
I think it'll be dope. I mean, it's nice
I'll be interested because it'll be something new and it'll be something different. And it's kind of like a protect your turf kind of thing.
Personally, I think the only one that, like, if this ever happens, the only one that will come out just as how it's proposed is the East. I think everybody else will be a little different.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well,
yeah, man. Good. This has been episode 269.
269 of the PinstripeStrong Podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the channel as it does help us, whether you believe it or not. It does. And we will continue to churn some stuff out. Come the season. Baseball's around the corner. We'll talk about specific players and what's going on, why we're excited about them, what they need to improve on come the regular season. And that will be happening soon. Yep. Guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out today, and I will see you guys later. Thank you guys. Like I always say, make sure you guys keep your pinstripe strong. Say pinstripe strong. Let's go, Yankees!